them. Cesaro and Sheamus are working well as a team. I think this program still have time for this feud. Gallows and Anderson finally win the WWE Tag Team titles.
Yeah, I think they should win. This is the fact that it's on the pre-show has making me hesitate. You know what I mean? Not that they wouldn't change the titles on the pre-show, but
they've done a lot dumber stuff. Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll just say Cesaro and Sheamus retain to be different.
It's the problem is if Gallows and Anderson don't win, by the time they do, it's too late
for that, you pieces of ass.
It's just too late. We're
probably already there, right? I mean,
we have to be there. Yeah. They've reinvented themselves 15 times. They're not. I'm not gonna go. Oh God! Speaking of, let's go on to the rest of this.
The main card. You ready for the main card?
No.
Come on, man.
Speaking of matches that have no heat, Charlotte versus Bayley the WWE Raw Women's title. What's that?
I'm gonna say. I noticed you didn't want to start with the cruiserweights. That's what I was.
No, we'll get there too.
I mean, listen. I'll just. There's really not much. I don't think they're gonna switch the title to Bayley right away here, and they're building up Charlotte's. Winning streak on pay-per-view that she has. So I'm going to say Charlotte wins here, and they'll extend the program out, and eventually they'll be in a match with each other at WrestleMania. But Charlotte will keep the title here on this show.
Do you think if she drops the title, we're going to have 4 million people marching in the streets?
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
I choose not to share my political views on this show. But I don't know. No,
I want to make the Raw Women's title great again.
There you go.
And the only way to do that is by keeping it on Charlotte. She cannot drop the title. That title switched 6 times in the last 8, 9, 10 months. Charlotte keeps the title. Bayley loses, and she's your lovable loser once again.
Okay.
Speaking of lovable loser.
Are you ready for the cruiserweights now?
Yeah.
All right.
Rich Swann drops the title to Neville. He has to. End of story. Neville wins cleanly, and he destroys him, demolishes him. He stretches him. He dumps him on his head. He chokes him out. He puts him in the rings of Saturn. Then he picks him up and he beats the hell out of him again. And he hits him with a German suplex and everything. Neville wins clean in 3.5 minutes. I'm sick of Rich Swann. His stupid dance moves.
Wow, that's strong.
It's not Rich Swann I have a problem with. It's the booking of Rich Swann. I don't hate the player. I hate the game.
So I'll agree, and I'll say Neville wins. But my question to you is, where do you think they go after this? Like with Neville, who do you think he's going to start? Like, if they put him in a feud next, who do you think that they would target from the cruiserweight? You think maybe like Cedric Alexander, something like that? He's going to cut weight to 205.
He might as well. He's going to have every title known to man after this anyway. Well, no, because Cedric's still in the feud with Nahandahar, right?
I mean, God, that's got to end at some point. So, right?
Speaking of things that have to end, Jack Gallagher. I guarantee you might see Jack Gallagher. And
I could see that, Neville. Yeah. I think it's maybe going to wind up in like a multi-person. Like maybe that'll be the crazy ladder match they do at WrestleMania this year instead of the IC title one they've done the last few years.
Well, don't forget you have all these blokes from England coming over, so you might see what's with the look?
No,
the term bloke.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe. I think you might see somebody from backing up a little bit, the Cruiserweight Classic. Not the Cruiserweight Classic. Where the hell am I? The English the thing.
The UK tournament?
Yeah, the United Kingdom tournament. Tommy End debuted, and he had a really good match with Neville. Neville got the win, which I feel like he should have. But, you have a lot of those Cruiserweight guys, and they're all around the same weight, except for Wolfgang, who I'm a big fan of. I love me some Wolfgang. I know, it's like I think Neville wins. I don't think you could do another program with Rich Swann. You have to... We're over Rich Swann. Maybe you have... What's his name? Turn heel? Well, not even turn heel. I guess TJ Perkins. He's treading water. That guy was your champion. He's doing nothing. Water. They really are. Brian Kendrick doing the same thing.
Yeah, they were going to start him in a feud with Tajiri, and Tajiri got hurt right away.
Oh, is that what happened? He got hurt?
I think so.
Yeah, we haven't seen him in a while. I don't know what's going on. And then I'm hearing rumors they're going to take the Cruiserweights off of Raw.
Are they?
Yeah, I read that today. Nothing's guaranteed, but they're talking about taking off Raw and making exclusive 205 Live.
It's fine,
which would make a lot more sense because you're giving him 2.5 minutes anyway, 3 minutes. But Neville wins, and he has to establish himself as the Cruiserweight champion. Anybody from NXT that could come up and challenge Neville at that weight?
I don't know. I have to think about it. I mean, some of those guys, I think, from the Cruiserweight Classic have been working NXT a little bit, right? Like, we saw Cedric work there. That guy Tozawa is supposed to debut soon.
Akira Tozawa, yeah.
Tajiri just came back. He got hurt already. So we'll see.
He said that so defeatedly.
Grand Metalik, I don't know what his deal is. He was kind of like, he made the finals of the Cruiserweight Classic, and I feel like I've barely seen him, if at all, on any of these shows. So that's all I got. So you want to do the Raw title match or the SmackDown title match first?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I'm going to do the Raw title match first.
Okay.
Roman Reigns versus champion Kevin Owens in a no disqualification match with Chris Jericho suspended in a shark cage above the ring. Who do you got? Go.
Despite my best efforts to remain hopeful about the outcome of the 2017 Royal Rumble, I'm going to tell you right now, Roman Reigns is going to walk away your Raw champion, your Universal champion. This will lead to Owens is going to lose the title. It's going to be Jericho's fault. It's finally going to lead to the Owens-Jericho dissension, split up, barbershop window, super kick in the teeth, and through the window. So you're probably going to see Owens versus Jericho at Mania. No title on the line, because that title will be held by Roman Reigns.
What about the U.S. title? Could be on the line at WrestleMania.
What's the U.S. title?
It's the one that Jericho has.
Yeah, I guess you could do that.
Yeah. So I agree. I think Reigns is going to win here. Now, I don't know if he's going to keep it for 2 months to WrestleMania or not, but we'll see. I don't want to get into any potential spoilers with that. But I do think he'll win here. Owens has had the belt since, I think, 2 weeks after SummerSlam. He's obviously had it for quite a while. The whole story has been that Jericho's helped him win every single time to retain the title when he fought Rollins and Reigns and all these different guys. So I think they're going to put it on Reigns here. The Owens experiment has run its course.
Would you constitute the Kevin Owens Universal title run as a failure?
Yeah.
Yep.
I would.
That's sad, isn't it? Really...
It is unfortunate. It didn't really do anybody any favors, I would say.
Except for Jericho. Except for Chris Jericho.
Yeah, I guess. It didn't really help Owens at all in his standing, in my opinion. It didn't help Seth Rollins having to lose to him about 3 or 4 times the same way. And Reigns winning it, I don't really think does a whole heck of a lot for him. He's already a 3-time world champion as it is.
At least we got the Triple H payoff.
So I got that going for us. So, yep, now it goes new champion.
New champion, Roman Reigns. That's going to... Oh, God, That's going to lead us to the SmackDown title. Champion AJ Styles. Challenger John Cena. I have to believe... AJ Styles is going to keep the title. I have to believe because he was so doo-dooed on so badly. He was stripped of all that is left of him as the champion verbally by John Cena, and John Cena got the last word. There's no possible way that they could have him lose his title now. In my heart of hearts, emotionally, I think AJ Styles keeps the title.
Yeah, I've been back and forth on this for a while. At first, I just assumed that Cena was going to win, and that was when I thought Cena was going to face Undertaker, and now that's not happening. But for some of those reasons, like you said, I feel like they also haven't, and maybe I just haven't been paying attention to the commentary, but I also feel like they haven't been playing up the fact that he's going for his 16th world title as much lately.
You're right.
And if he was going to win, I would think that the smart thing to do would be to, promote the crap out of that and say, if he wins, he's going to tie the record of all-time championships, and make sure you watch this match type of thing. And I feel like they haven't brought it up, or at least not that heavily, the last few weeks. Which,
you know who definitely hasn't brought it up? Sorry to cut you off. John Cena.
David Otunga? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, John Cena. So, yeah, exactly. So, That makes me think that he's not going to win it here. So what I think is going to happen is I think AJ's going to find a way to keep the title here, and then I think he's going to lose it in the Elimination Chamber, which is only 2 weeks after this pay-per-view on Sunday. Now, I don't know exactly who he'll lose it to. We'll talk about that in the next few weeks. But I think he's going to lose it in that match. And then, I think the rumor is that he's going to end up facing Shane McMahon at WrestleMania, and I think that'll kind of lead into all that. But I think he's going to keep it here because if Cena wins, I don't know where they go with that. If he's the champion, I don't know where they go with that for WrestleMania for him. Like, I don't know who he would face unless they bring up somebody from NXT, like Samoa Joe or something like that for him to feud with, which would be a pretty, intense push for him, like immediately to come on the roster and then be in the World WWE title match at WrestleMania within 2 months. That seems like it's pretty,
I know where I would go with my WWE Network subscription.
Delete! 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 Delete!
I'm going to give you a very quick tidbit of fantasy booking, and I'm going to say Gallows and Anderson come out, and they help AJ keep the title. They too sweet, and they walk away.
That's fine by me.
That would be amazing. Gallows and Anderson with the tag titles. God, they could redeem themselves so quickly by a tiny little, a morsel of faith, a morsel.
Yeah.
Hold on to it, Joe.
I think the better, like, that's the thing. I think the better story, like, if they're going to go with Styles and Shane, and the whole angle is like, right, they've already started playing it up a little bit, where Styles is saying that Shane and D-Bry have forced him into this match with Cena. He's already beaten Cena several times. What did Cena do to deserve another title shot? So they forced him into this. And then they're forcing him in the chamber, if he's still the champion, fighting 5 other guys, 2 weeks later. And then eventually, if he loses that, then he's like, listen, did all these things, and I got, you stuck me in this chamber match. I couldn't win that. And then he faces Shane at WrestleMania. That's what I'm thinking they're going to do. So I'm hoping that he keeps it at least past this show for another few weeks.
That would be god-awful.
You don't like my booking idea?
I like your no. I appreciate your booking idea, but if the fact that they would waste an AJ Styles WrestleMania match on Shane McMahon is I have to believe they're better than that. No, I'm sorry. I want to believe they're better. I want to, Joe.
Okay.
Speaking of believing, Royal Rumble 2017, quite the pick'em match. 22 names right now. 22 names. 8 mysteries. Ah, man. This is tough. I'm going to say the winner of the Royal Rumble is going to be Finn Balor. Also, hold on. Before I tell you how Finn Balor is going to win, I'm going to tell you this. I don't read spoilers. I don't read betting lines. I don't read who's going to be a surprise guest. I don't know any of that. I'm like a 4-year-old. I like to keep those things a surprise, so I enjoy them more. I'm Mark in that aspect, don't get me wrong. So I believe Finn Balor is going to come back. I believe he's probably going to be number 30. The demon music is going to hit, and he's going to eliminate... If the final 4 are Finn Balor, Goldberg, The Undertaker, and Lesnar... And out of those 4, one of them has to win. I hope it's Finn Balor. So that's my guess. Finn Balor eliminates The Undertaker to win the Rumble.
Interesting.
I say that because I think they're going to go with, at some point, Demon versus Deadman. That's just my booking.
Okay. So I do look at betting odds.
Oh, come on.
And... what I'll tell you is that over the course of the last 1 to 2 weeks, the favorite has now changed 3 times. So, if you count the original 4, there's 4 different men that have now been the favorite, at least according to this one website that I'm looking at.
Okay.
It started off with Goldberg as the favorite.
Well, all right. I guess I don't know if I want to hear this. These are spoilers.
Who the favorites are?
Yeah.
There's no spoilers. It's changed like 4 times. It'll change on Sunday too, right before the show starts. So.
Okay, go ahead.
So Goldberg was the favorite initially. Then it changed to Braun Strowman as a favorite.
I did hear that. Yeah.
Then it changed to Undertaker.
Yeah.
As a favorite, and that's where it was at up until about an hour or 2 ago, when I read an article and then I just checked the betting odds now. You have a guess on who the current betting favorite is?
Is it Finn Balor?
No, but he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th tied for fifth right now in terms of the favorite.
The current favorite is he listed for